Law of acquisition. Law of acquisition. Law. L-O-R-E of acquisition. Did you know that today we're coming into a staggering place with our law of acquisition as the Piscean age is shutting and the Aquarian age is beginning? Did you know that the law of acquisition is behind that? Isn't that superb? And you thought I'd just been ranting all of this time about nothing. Sorry, big time, big time. And what you're actually doing is you're coming into the age of Aquarius. You have come to acquire that. Isn't that beautiful? Nothing less than acquiring the day, the law of, by the law of acquisition, nothing less than acquiring the Aquarian age by the law of acquisition. I just love that. I want to blow your minds today, okay? Because when we blow your mind, we're actually going to blow your brain, okay? And why is that important? Because by the law of acquisition, we are coming out of the Piscean age. The Pisces is ending, okay? If we continue in Pisces, it will devour us, okay? So by the law of acquisition, we've been reaching up and we've been calling on our sovereignty. Who's been doing it? Each and every one of us beautiful souls. Oh my God, it's been longing for home. Let's go back. Let's come more, become more. Let's expand. Let's become. And that's what we as creators do. So we've expanded from duality, yeah, back to front and upside down to ourselves in duality in the Piscean age of right versus wrong, good versus bad, heaven versus hell, letting go and coming back into our sovereignty, okay, as an ignited creator. Here's my crown, okay? You have a crown, sovereignty, sovereignty rules, okay? Sovereignty rules. By the law of acquisition, if you come into your sovereignty, sovereignty will rule, and it has to rule because the divinity within you will not remain in duality. The sovereignty will not remain in duality. It just cannot. Okay, so it's got to come out of the Piscean age. That's why the Piscean age has to fail, but not fail, but to end. Okay, because we've remembered ourselves, who we really are. So it's not about fighting for anything. It's becoming who in actual fact we are. So I'm going to put my crown on my head because I've come into this amazing space of sovereignty. Okay, and I'm going to stay here forever. I've actually come back into a place by the law of acquisition. I've been reflecting and becoming and letting go and reflecting and becoming more until, and that's what this time's been about the last 3 or 4 months. Oh my God, I mean, this year has been staggering, absolutely staggering in what it's actually done for us. But we have been doing the work on earth, haven't we? And why was that important? Because you as a free will creator had to use your free will and state enough of duality. We're not doing that anymore. And the only ones that could do that was those that were planted in the earth to then state to all of light, come on in, come on in. We had to invite it in from this space. See, knowing consent. No, I do not give knowing consent. Duality, yes, I call in sovereignty. That's what you've been doing. And nothing can move in the heavens or on the earth unless you decree it. Okay? So to understand who you are, to decree it, and then by the law of acquisition, it must come. By the law of acquisition, you acquire what you've been calling. And we've all found it so difficult to and to come into like financial blessing, relationship rewards, blessing. Let's just talk about blessing, because this is what I've gotten this week. Blessing. Okay. And when we went through the quantum, law of acquisition school, so I did like 13 to 14 weeks of the actual school of the quantum living with 4-body wellness school, which is actually bringing us into sovereignty. So this is like the third part of it. But it is powerful to come in and get your light body set up, diamond activated. So I come into my sovereignty. And then we teach on Don't Play the Game, which I've just completed. Okay, so that you can stop playing this system of duality and start creating. Why is it important that you start creating consciously? Because it's so much fun. Serious. Stop trying to heal yourself. Let's look at some of this stuff, okay? Stop trying to heal yourself. People go, I've got to deal with my shadow side. No, align in a holy instant. Turn your light body on. Boom. Okay? Now you tell your sovereign soul that it's not perfect and that you have to learn something. Try telling that to your goddess. Go on. Dare you. Little pointy you. Sorry, goddess. When I'm in alignment, okay, you need something to learn. Okay, seriously, you've got to deal with your shadows. Okay, now I want to challenge this, okay, completely, because my job is to bring you over the line, out of this and into this, into your sovereignty, okay, because you are a creator. The leap is into consciousness. That's it, okay? Remembrance, full remembrance of who we are. And so we've come and done this mighty journey from the bottom of the barrel, okay, after lifetimes after lifetimes after lifetimes of playing this game, okay, of good, bad versus bad, right versus wrong, in duality and Pisces, and that age is coming to an end. And where is it coming to an end? In your physical body, in your physicality, in your physical body. So feeling into your body right now, that's how real this is. It's happening in you. Feel it in your heart right now. See the heart center is igniting as we speak truth. Opening up your heart, feeling it going into the heart. Why does the brain have to end? Because the brain is Pisces. It's judging. It's full of judgments and opinions. It's full of separation. Us against others. Don't come too close. Okay? Vaccinated against unvaccinated. Incredible polarities going on like we've never seen before. Well, we have, okay? It's the whole same story. It's same. That's why we don't have to be worried about ourselves, really. Because it was always ever the case that we could actually connect to our soul sovereign alignment. And that's why the masters all taught consciousness. They said, be whole in a holy instant, snap your fingers, turn your light body on, and you're actually connected to source. So all of these things have been incredibly misinterpreted. And then, of course, we've been wandering around in duality going, I'm lost and alone, and I'm calling out to our creator, calling out to God, the universe. How often do we hear this term? The universe will help me, universe. Come on, universe. And then we chuck tanties at the universe. Why aren't you giving me what I want? Okay. Somebody asked about guides this week, and I go, I sacked all of my guides at one point. I go, right, you are not working for me. You are not working for me. I'm sacking the lot of you. And I sacked them. Okay. And I had to realize sooner or later, had nothing to do with my guides. So I had to apologize to them all. It was that I was learning. I had to make the leap. I had to turn around inside myself. I had to completely own myself as a creator. And this is self-governance. This is soul governance. This is you owning that you're the creator, and whatever you're putting out as a vibrational output, whatever you decide that you have lack in, Who's doing it? It's on you. Okay. Oh, that's a bit harsh, isn't it? I used to love pity parties. Oh, it's not fair. Everybody else seems to be doing it. I can't. It's not fair. And so we'd have these pity parties. Come on, don't you tell me you haven't had a pity party. Okay, I know you're lying through your face. All right, you do, and you have, and you probably had one today. All of that's got to stop. Okay, because you have to come into maturity. Feeling your divine feminine down. Does your divine feminine chuck tanties about anything, or is she busy creating? The truth is, she doesn't stop creating. She is the mother of creation, Mother God. The divine feminine is ever expanding into the next and the next and the next. The divine masculine goes to her, so be it. I make passage. I'm the doing force of that inception. Ignites it. The divine inner child within you goes, so be it. We're here living it. Oh my God. Turns up like deja vu. And you are actually living this incredible multidimensional experience that you know was conceived through you and you alone. And that's self-mastery. That's when you come out of this nonsense here that you have to fix, learn. That's the end. That's Pisces story. Okay. You will never change it. And that's what's been coming out in the last 3 months. Pisces has and is born to devour itself. It's not designed to set you free. It is not designed anymore, okay, to make you conscious. It's done and dusted. The only place is up. The only place is up, baby. Okay, that's all you can do is go up. We've got to rise, okay? And what are we rising into? We're rising into the remembrance of our own soul, sovereign source. We are the creator of worlds. And you go, oh, that's big. I can't even imagine creating a world. Well, when you got a thought, you just had a thought, a mental image, a dream, a vision. You've got a vibrational absolute. And this is what I want you to key into, vibrational absolutes. That's a sovereign thought. Where did it come from? Your board of directors. Okay, so in actual fact, it wasn't you being the genius. It was all of you and your team being the genius. Feeding to you, what is your soul script? What is your soul script? What are you here to do? What are you here for? Okay, and you're here to rise. You're here to come into consciousness, which is being. And you be the light. Isn't that cool? So you don't hide it under a bush, or you don't have to hide it in all of this nonsense. That's done. So if you've got any leaders still speaking like this, and I can promise you 95% of them still are, okay, then you're going around in a cul-de-sac. Just around. You're off the highway to ascension. You're actually stuck in a cul-de-sac and you're going around and around in it, and you're trapped. And the only person that can actually create a doorway is you. Why? Because you're a creator who declares, I'm in a cul-de-sac. Isn't that cool? Oh my God, we're actually oppressing ourselves because of our concept of this. So we have to come out of this, come out of duality, come out of that, become the creator, and you alone are responsible for that. Now, yes, we could have said, you know, many, many weeks ago when this wasn't being spoken of, okay? And yes, that was the case. But for each and every one of you here that's been receiving and listening, okay, I'm really challenging you. You're a creator. You're a creator. Own it. Own it. Own every part of it. Okay, so then we can actually go, oh my God, it's so good. I don't have to, you know, I don't have to heal myself. I don't have to fix myself. What happens is your sovereignty ignites the original DNA in your original blueprint. Okay, it ignites it, it excites it. And the diamond energy actually ignites it. It's the rainbow dreaming energy. It's the it's the latest, okay? And we're coming into the rose now. So the rose is just unconditional love, and it tickles your cells and it goes, ooh, and I remember, and that cell becomes to life, and it opens up and it detoxes as this incredible charge is coming to it, and it's going, whoa, that's consciousness. Okay, and then all of cells are coming together, and each cell is actually feeding the organs. Your body has to heal. It has to come back into its original blueprint. So don't worry about it. It will all come online. Just let it go. There's nothing to change or fix about you when you're running the diamond light body. Turn your soul light on, okay? Turn the light on. It says be whole. Why does it say be whole? Because if you see only brokenness and you have judgments and opinions against yourself, you are directly cursing your body. Who's cursing you? You are. Okay? Do not curse yourself. What's a curse? I was talking to somebody about it yesterday. It was amazing. Remember, just for an example of what we do as a creator, projecting onto our own quantum field, we are projecting curses or blessing. We're either projecting, okay, an expansion, or we're projecting a retraction. So most people in the world, and right now in the medical model, being given all of this nonsense, they are retracting to the point of passing from the planet. They've absolutely given their power away. They've given their sovereignty away. We talked last week about sovereignty of nature. You are a physical clay body made of the earth, Gaia, and yet a living organism. Isn't that beautiful? You're alive. And the soul has dropped into it and made you this conscious being in 3D. Precious stuff. And yet we go, no, I believe another creator that says that I could get sick. Sorry, I don't need that. I don't give a negative report. I do not give knowing consent. I have free will. What are we using our free will for? Well, all of those that have believed the negative report are right now feeding the Piscean age. Okay? That has and must devour you. So they're being devoured. They're actually allowing themselves through knowing consent and giving their own free will up that they are being devoured, which means going down in body, mind, and spirit until they're in the box and on their way out of here. Okay, by their own consent. And we give permission so easily just by going, yes, that is so. Yes, look at all of this. Yes, I'm listening to the news. Yes, I'm giving consent. Yes, I'm giving permission to that. Yes. Okay, and we're watching the news and, like the fires, and we're feeding it and going, oh my God, there's more fires and there's more fires. And it's like, oh my God, they're getting bigger than ever before. And we're just inflating these false creations. Who's doing it? We are. Okay, what you don't feed won't breed. What you do feed will breed. Okay, it has to grow because that's the nature of quantum field. That's the nature of the quantum field. So you have to expand into what you're actually projecting. It must come to you. So even in the micro, so in the macro. So even as you're doing it in your internal body, you're doing it in the universe, you're doing it in the globe. It is global because of what we're doing on the micro within our bodies. Okay, so this is where we're saying we need to cleanse the body or whatever. The biggest thing you can do is come into alignment with your soul. Ignite the triune being. Open your heart, open your heart, open your heart. That was the message that kept coming to me. I didn't even know what a heart was. It's like, what's my heart? Well, my physical heart. I was a nurse. It's like, I didn't know what they were talking about. I was getting these messages all the time. Open your heart. The heart has to be open. It's like a hardened curtain, shell around it. That was my message while I was in the church. And I'm going, these people, we've got to open our hearts. We've got to open our hearts. We've got to become transparent, vulnerable. We have to come into, and I didn't even know what I was talking about, but I knew that life itself flowed from an open heart. And I was in that place of just calling it in and just filling up and calling it in and just going to the next point via my law of acquisition. I didn't understand what I was doing, but it was all quantum law. Isn't that gorgeous? Quantum law is in everything. So knowing what you can obtain, do, expand into, okay, is by quantum law. So you look at that first principle that we say is, I am currently living all that I am a vibrational match to. Isn't that staggering? Oh my God, that just rocks my world. Because when I realized that I had a wounded child, remember the statement, okay, would you put a wounded child onto your board of directors? Quantum world, oh my quantum world, sorry, I had this wounded child that was forever perpetuating more wounding and duality. And so the only thing I could actually put out through my filter onto the quantum field was wounding. I'm just going to cover different areas here, okay? Get rid of this stuff, heal the wounded child. Again, that's what we do in the school. Okay, this is the third part of it. We've already done all of your pain bodies, soul contracts. We've signed everything off that could possibly be affecting your quantum field. We're cleaning up the vibration of the quantum field so that there is more light for soul to inhabit. So there's more space in your physicality, in your vibrational body for soul to inhabit. And so some are just so pure because they're coming in with such pure light bodies. They're not based in the density like I was. I was born to grow in this. I went like down beyond -0 to come back up. It's like, talk about behind the 8 ball. It's like some people just like, they're born up here. It's easy for them. Okay, why? Because their light body, their karmic story, whatever it is, doesn't matter. Okay, I had to come through this so I could learn of the system, so I could teach on the system and come to this place where we're literally crossing from Pisces into the Age of Aquarius. And the Age of Aquarius will not hold duality at all. So how are you going to get that? You can keep working really hard for it, and you'll sooner or later you're going to get that realization, because that's all it is. You know that, don't you? It's like, oh my God, it's just a realization. I'm conscious. Okay, in the meantime, you are letting things go, but I don't go around poking for it. Okay, when a healing comes to you or something's removed, that or a program is shifted or whatever, it happens quite naturally. Okay, it comes up, your soul shows it to you. Who's leading you? Your soul is. Okay, so you don't have to go rushing out there to poke at everything under the sun. That will keep you in years of counseling and usually mental health and public health. Okay, look how that's working for everyone. Okay, that system has killed off millions, billions. Okay, we keep repopulating the earth and we don't realize it. Okay, so it's time to come out of that system. So this week, how am I going for time? So this week, I'm coming out of the system. I'm coming out of Pisces. And that's what this time has been about, is rising to come back into unconditional love. That's what the Reisha energies, the message of the elephants, okay? The elephants coming through is the new leadership from here, from 5D, who's leading the way, okay? And creating pathways. So like the Christ was like, if you can imagine, a furrow. So he was out the head of that, leading the new consciousness, which says, be whole, not broken. No, you're not a sinner. You're not that. Okay, no duality in this. You're saying you're fine. It was giving that message of the rose consciousness. He actually was the, in a part of that collective Magdalene group that actually implanted the seed of the consciousness, which allowed humankind to start the rise out of duality. And so we're actually at the end of that age, okay? I'm about to flower into full consciousness. That's what's going on, okay? So the flowering, you know, it was a concept of a seed, you know, 2000 years ago when it was planted. but it was always from the most pristine place of sovereign, okay, that we could ever imagine. And yet that's what we're calling in. So we can imagine, because we actually do have memory within ourselves, no matter how far and how deep we've gone into Pisces. So we've got people doing all sorts of stuff on the planet right now, and you go, that is heinous, you know, it's terrible stuff. And yet when you look at them from a soul perspective, they're exactly the same with a triune being as you and me. Okay, and we worry about all of these things, but that's why Soul said is that it's better to work from a 5D perspective as light, projecting with all of the galactic light forces throughout all of the dimensions, than being in this agenda and trying to fight the insanity of it. And so, like, you look at those posts going on, those people believe in this stuff and they're willing to fight for it. And not only that, they're willing to die for it. Okay, literally. Okay, this $36 billion industry that's just come into Pfizer's pockets. My God. So what has that taken? Okay, a whole lot of souls who believe in it. Okay, aligning somebody else's pocket while taking their own bodies out in a box, giving up their sovereignty. It's just amazing. It's gobsmacking to me. It's so logic. Look at the logical system of how it all works. So sovereignty is everything. Knowing your natural light body, knowing that you are a sovereign being, knowing that you have this original blueprint in your DNA that does not accept a dualistic story, except that you add it to you. Okay, so what have we been doing? We've been coming up and coming up and coming up. That's what we're doing until we pop out of the system. And truly, in every holy instant, like I said, you know, you don't need to be affected by human law. In actual fact, I'm not affected by any human law. So I don't really care what human law does. Like, just is annoying. Okay, it's not the beautiful world that it seemed to be. I used to love that world, you know, now it's just strange. However, I'm not affected by it. Why? Because I respond as my soul tells me, and I get up, rise, and go do what I feel to do, because it's come through me, through a sovereign source, through the true rulership. Okay, so this Piscean age, that's not rulership. Okay, it's not leadership. Don't even expect it. Why would you ask for it from there? I don't need anything from the government. Do you really need anything from the physical world? No, you don't. Okay, you don't need anything from that. And by the law of acquisition, whatever you're asking for can stream through to you. I want to talk about creation streaming, creation wrapping. Remember, we've talked about this. This is one of the lesser laws. So there's two lesser laws, or yes, lesser laws that you need to understand in the law of acquisition. So the law of acquisition is, where do you get your stuff? Where are you getting your consciousness from? Where are you getting your health from? Where are you getting your finances from? Where are you getting love from? Where do you get everything from? Okay, I want to say to you that you're getting your stuff from you as a creator. That's where it's actually coming from. Own that you're a creator. Everything comes to you by you decreeing on your quantum law. But what we do is we creation wrap. So duality, oh, I can't have that. I want it, but I can't have it because of this, this, and this. No, society's taught me I can't have this. No, I'm too afraid to do anything. Okay, I'm actually frozen. Okay, or I'm frightened, or I'm a runner like I used to be. It's like, no, it's all too much, and I just escape. Okay, or I'm here to be entertained. I can't deal with my own sovereignty. I'll just escape into entertainment, movies. I'm just doing all of these things, not even living. I'm dying on the couch. Okay, I can't move. And then we go to a creator and say, can you assess me for mental health? Okay, see how ludicrous this stuff is? We are just so deluded in this stuff. It's not a judgment, it's just the way the system is, that one sovereign creator is going to another creator and saying, excuse me, can you assess me? It's like, no, don't give your power away. Why would you do that? And then it comes into the law of acquisition. What are you creation streaming? Where is your money coming from? Where's your love coming from? Where's it coming from is the creation stream. Where does it come from and how does it come to you? So you might, and we did the red doors. Remember, we put the red doors around us. Where do you get, how many red doors do you have open? You can change, you can look at it right now and you'll get 3, 4, 6, some not even 1. So if you haven't got a door that your creation's streaming from, that is a very, very, very precarious place that we're living from, because that stream, we're putting all our effort into it, believing in it, feeding it, and it's a full-time job, takes up all of your time. Okay, could be time for money. Okay, that is exhausting. Sooner or later it becomes wearying. Not only that, it's wearying to the soul because you're not actually where you feel that you should be as a soul. So you've got this aggression going on in yourself. It's this 50-50 love-hate type thing going on. That's a creation. So when you're feeling that love-hate, not really doing what you want, you are projecting that onto your quantum field, which creates more things that you need to overcome. And so this is where that statement, a conqueror needs a battle to overcome, but the victor has the gates open before them. There's your plan A and plan B. So plan A, the victor has the gates open before him. You will have the gates open before you and everything can come to you. Okay. But when you're in plan B and you're creating as a plan B creator, okay, it's going to be struggle. And you're going to be creation streaming from sources or a source or a few sources that are going to deplete you sooner or later. I can't keep going on this. I don't seem to be getting fruit from it. Okay. And so what happens is you're going to, again, have to come into soul sovereignty, because your soul is challenging you. It's saying, well, it's not even challenging you. It's just going, serious? You think and it can happen. And you know it. You've done this. You think and it happens generally outside of your creation streams that you've been trying to get it from. Okay. Creation streaming, creation wrapping. It can only happen through this. Okay, when are you going to get it? That's a creation wrapping. As soon as you say as soon as you say where it's going to come from, okay, or no, sorry, time and space. So the creation wrapping is time and space. You say, I cannot afford that until 6 months down the track. I can't afford that. No, I'd like to do that, but I can't afford it until then. You as a creator have just created a time and space thing that's linear 3D. That means you're saying from this perspective, 1, I'm not making any income. I can't even attract it to me. I'm broke. Okay, I know what this is. Okay, I live it. This is where we call in the duality programming. Okay. And so we're saying, I cannot have it except for a linear time frame. I just won't be able to afford it until next year. And I can promise you that next year will come and you will not be able to afford it, because back here in this holy moment, in this holy instant, you said, I cannot afford it until next year. Now, who created the rule? I did. Okay, I want you to look at all of your creation streams and creation wrappings and get rid of it. Okay, get rid of it. You don't want to have anything. Oh no. So look at your creation wrapping. Okay, creation wrapping. We stifle it every moment. I just get the glorious thought, that would be fantastic. And then my reality comes in, and then we generalize things. I find the most annoying things, which is absolutely judgment and a triggered emotion. Triggered emotions are based in control. Okay. But the most annoying thing to me is someone who just generalizes and wipes off. Well, that's just the way it is. Whoa, are you serious? That's just the way it is. You just gave your sovereignty away, and you've probably just got the jab. Okay, you just gave it away, man. Wow. Okay, that's just the way it is. Well, that's just the way society is right now. We're just going to have to live with the new society. This is just the way it is. No, it's not. It's like, rack off. I do not give knowing consent to that. Okay, I'm a sovereign creator, and I'll create consciousness for the people. Okay, create. You're a creator. Create consciousness for all of humankind. Your light service is merely turning your light body on and decreeing. Decree to quantum field how it's going to be. We have all been decreeing 5D consciousness. Isn't that cool? So in actual fact, by the law of acquisition, we're coming back into 5D consciousness as a creator. What does that mean for me this week? Okay. Oh my goodness. I was sitting there. I've got to tell you the story. Okay. Tara had a dream about me. Okay. And I was oppressing a whole lot of people. So it's like a pain body that goes off and it's just going pow, 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 pow. And I was oppressing people. And I'm going, what? Anyway, she told me about the dream. She's very good on dreams, and we always get to the bottom of it. But then she did a healing on me and just removed this part of myself that is oppressing everything. Oppressing everything. I was oppressing myself. And this is this part of us that will not take full ownership of being the creator. And that's what's going to get us into here. That's what's going to bring us up. You have to take your place as the divine, the divinity. This is the leap. This is the true leap. If you don't own that, and I wasn't fully coming into it. So over the last couple of months, I've actually popped into this place. Instead of feeding from the energy of 3D, okay, I've been actually feeding from the energy of 5D. And so I'm then got sealed into that place. And this is what the soul is doing. The soul is sealing us into our divinity, the unity of the one. Okay, I am one. There's no splitting off. This is coming back into the tree of life. There, I'm coming back into the oneness with source. Okay, who is? You're one with source. You can never be separated from the love of God. You cannot be separated from God. Let's just go to the point. Who is God? Okay, divine Father, divine Mother, divine Holy Child, the inner child is the concept that builds creation or worlds and universes. Okay, so we're coming back into that and knowing how to manifest. What are we all studying? How to manifest. Okay, what are the classes that you go and do? About manifesting, isn't it? So you're actually wanting, what are you actually asking for? I want to be a creator. I want to know how to create. Okay, it's lost knowledge to us. That's one of the biggest things that we're wanting. Consciousness is creating. Consciousness is to become the creator, to create. Okay, and then as we come up into this, we go past that point and go, oh my God, instead of all you want to do is love me, to attract it to us, so that we can build freedom. Okay, isn't that the theme? Build freedom financially, build freedom financially. It's actually become the creator, be conscious, so that you can actually create worlds and you can bless, okay, all that are around you. Okay, and you can do these in these streams, but if you actually understood what consciousness is, that you become a creator, and via the speed of thought and a telepathic isness of being, just like the sovereign originals originally were. It's built within us, the memories there in our mitochondria, okay, that we are sovereign creators, multidimensional, interdimensional beings of light, okay? And we're the creators of the world by what I image, what I imagine, what I bring through. And it comes, not because I have to do this, this, and this to get it. That is a linear sense. I create a creation stream and I'm only going to do that stream and it's going to be this. No, by the law of acquisition, I only have to think about it and it'll come. Remember the old soccer ball story that I've told you before? I was feeling like a soccer ball. I didn't feel like a soccer ball. I wanted a soccer ball because as a girl, I used to play soccer. Okay, so over here, it's a round ball that we chase around. Okay, as people do in sports, usually chasing a ball of some sort. So Tony would know that. Okay. Wait, I was just throwing that in just to wake you up, Tony, just to make sure you're on track here. So anyway, balls. Okay, so soccer ball. I'm going, I really like one. I had this desire come up in me. It was a happy place for me. And I desired a soccer ball. This is how the law of acquisition works. Okay, it's so important to remember. So I go, gee, I want a soccer ball. Now, my mental mind could have gone and gotten on Google and said, right, where's all of the sports stores? Okay, where's the sporting places? Okay, I want a soccer ball. I'm going to actually do some research. And so I mentally start looking up Google, where's those places? Then I could actually be looking at, well, what sort of soccer ball do I want? Okay, I might do it this way, and this way. I might get this brand or that brand. What colors do I like, etc. Okay, and we go into all of this nonsense. Within half an hour, I actually felt to get up and go for a walk. So I went for a bushwalk, okay, not far from my home. And I'm just in my element, I'm in flow, and there is a brand new soccer ball sitting on top of the mud, out of reach of the person that had left it there. And my what's that word? I can't say, it's too early in the morning. My ingenious side of my nature got a great big long stick and got it out, brand new soccer ball. Can you see what happened? By the law of acquisition. So in 1 minute, what happens is I get the feeling of what I'm wanting to create, and I can put myself into the feeling by making a decision of what I actually want to create. But it's way more than that. It comes from your board of directors, comes from your inner being, your soul script of what's going to happen next to you, because who's created it? You did. Before you came in, you actually said, and at this point in my life, I'm going to meet this person. And you go, oh my God, it's a miracle that I met you. I've just got so much joy. Well, in actual fact, you both tagged it in before you came. Okay, so it was just the next expected thing that was going to happen. So it's so beautiful, you know, and these are the subjects that come up on predestination and how it actually works. But you're the creator. You actually scripted this. You made a decision on what body you were going to drop into. You decided on your parents, what influences, what cultures, what heritage, what background, what lineage did you want to experience? Okay, what continent are you born in? What is it that is going to be your vibrational makeup and story? And look how beautiful we are now that we're living in a modern world and able to see all of the differences. And it's immense. It just boggles my mind when we look at all the different cultures, so different from one another. But getting back to the law of acquisition, okay, so the law of acquisition is bringing to us, I think I did lose the point. Oh, the soccer ball, yeah. So the soccer ball came from thin air, didn't it? I didn't have to purchase it. I didn't have to go, oh, that was the other thing. I didn't look at my honey pot and go, really, I won't be able to afford that until next week. $100 for a soccer ball, no. It's a bit much for this week. So I'm going to wait for 2 honey pots. Okay, I'll wait for the honey pot in a fortnight's time after I've done this work to get that. And I might actually reward myself with a soccer ball. See what we do? That is the law of acquisition for most of us. I can't do this until this honey pot and this honey pot and this honey pot comes in. And then I've got to take a little bit because everything else has to come out of this one honey pot. And that's why it's so it's such a hard way to live. That's plan B living. That is plan B living at the bottom rung of Pisces. And guess what? You're putting your body on the line for corporates who are great creators. Or I won't make them into a wholly conscious place. Great creators at the top of the food chain. And you're doing these laborious tasks, which makes them richer and you exhausted, tired. Okay? Come on, let's look at the system that we're feeding. Okay, that's why we've got to get out of the system and actually come into owning yourself as a creator. So let's getting back to, you're a magnet, you think it comes. Simple as that. Okay, put on top of your head the Google Maps sign. The Google Maps sign is a destination sign. It's where you're going when you put it into the GPS, yeah? But if you put the destination onto the top of your head right now, this is really cool. Put the destination on top of your head. This is where it has to be delivered to. Amazon's going to deliver it to that place. Yeah. Okay. Uber Eats delivers it to the destination, doesn't it? So if you order your food out, it's got to come back to you. Otherwise, you're going to be sending to what? Another mouth to feed. It's got to come into your physical body. It's got to come to you. So if you actually order something from your quantum field, okay, it has to come back to you. But when we're not actually manifesting it, we're in actual fact holding it. It's just there. It's just there. Okay, it's so close to us. It just hasn't landed so that our divine inner child can go, wee, here it is. Yeah. Ah, here it is. So it's been called for, and we've decided and wanted it by the law of acquisition, done everything that we know to get it into our space. But this wonderful statement came through, and it was so cool this week. And it was a question, because I'm coming up into my galactic space. I'm starting to work from light now, like in a bigger way than ever before. So if you can imagine, I've been doing it hard like the rest of you from 3D. And it's like there's always this pull in 3D. We're coming up to this overarching, I am this instead. I am sovereign. I am a galactic light worker. I'm actually taking my place in sovereignty to bring the new guidance in to the system via consciousness, dreaming, visions, whatever it is that we're now by the law of acquisition living. So it's really time to come up into your sovereignty so that you can participate in what you're here to do as your true reality, okay, in this space. Okay, it's way bigger than what you think it is, and far more loving and far more gracious, okay, because there's no human law associated with it. So as we're crossing over into the age of Aquarius, okay, you're coming up into full power and full knowledge that you are a creator. So after this immense healing work that I've had over about 5 days ago, what happened, I've just been in integration, which is like, oh, that makes sense. More consciousness. And so when you're gaining more consciousness by the law of acquisition, you're actually in a transformation, aren't you? Okay, that's how it is. So yesterday I'm sitting there and I go, all of a sudden it just dawned on me, and I asked myself the question came from my soul. So who decided that I couldn't be blessed? I want you to write this down because it's really cool, particularly when you're in alignment. You go, that doesn't sound very spiritual. It's not spiritual, people. Nothing about this is spiritual. It's about consciousness. So who decided that I couldn't be blessed? I'm sitting there in this really incredible space of sovereignty. And I looked at this question. The question came through. Who decided that I could not be blessed? And then I had to own it. I did. Come on. Right now, I want you to join me. Right now. Come on, think about your life. Think about your life. Okay, think about the struggles. Think about where you've been looking for change. Okay? And I want you to ask yourself that question and take ownership as a creator. It's like, oh my God, who made the decision that I couldn't be blessed? And it's like I was thinking like this in one moment. It's like, hold on, who made the decision that I can't be blessed? Oh, I did. And I had to come into complete ownership that I am the only person who decided that I could not be blessed from anything, anywhere, anyhow. And what I did was that last click came in, that click. I did. Why? Because I'm a creator. Okay, this is why you learning that you're a creator is so important. Let go of this. Okay, let go of this. You have to let go of or own it. Let's change it around. Sorry, I had to come into full responsibility that I'm a creator. So there's nothing stopping us from plucking blessing from anywhere. So the question was, so who said that I cannot receive blessing? Who said I could not receive blessing? I did. Isn't that divine? Oh my God, I'm still in charge. Okay, that's your true power. I knew it, and I want you to challenge yourself. If you're able to take yourself into that space and write that down, because it is crazy good. Okay, who told you that you cannot be blessed? I did. I told myself as a creator that I cannot be blessed, and I've removed this from my vibration, been dancing around the house, I can tell you, bringing in the new, because as soon as you see what you've been doing to yourself as a creator, by the law of acquisition, I had to be not blessed. Isn't that crazy? So I had to be not blessed. If I'm the one that says, no, you cannot be blessed, and I thought because I've come through the dredges of duality that I can't be blessed, I can't be blessed, I can't be blessed, have to perform like a circus seal to get, small change. I've always got to be performing, got to be doing this, got to be doing that because I can't be blessed. Who did that? I'm a creator, okay? I created it. And this is where I had to take responsibility finally that I am a creator. Fully, 100%, I am a creator. And even as a creator, I created that decision that I could not be blessed. Isn't that cool? Which means I can retract that decision because I'm a creator. So I've already manifested that really well. I've proved myself over and over and over, just the same way you have. You have proved yourself that you are a creator. You cannot be blessed because you decreed it yourself as a creator. Isn't that the best little tweak? Yeah, throw that crown on. Let's stick our crowns on. I am a creator. I am the creator. I did that to myself. I did it to myself. I did it to myself. And finally, I have grown up. Yay! The world is my oyster now. Okay, I've grown up. No more blaming, no more systems, no more nothing. I don't have to do any of those things. I'm a creator now. Okay. And I'm not saying this to be obnoxious. I'm saying, come on, guys, become the creator. You're the creator. You've already been creating and you actually have what you have already said. So if you've said, like I said, I've made a decision that I cannot be blessed. Wow, that's a massive decision. That is absolutely influencing your world that you are and have got going on in your universe of inclusion. In and out, in and out, in and out, and in and out with a statement, I cannot be blessed, I cannot be blessed, I cannot be blessed, I'm not blessed, I cannot be blessed, I have to learn to be blessed, I've got to go and do this, I've got to do streams, I've got to get more streams of income to be blessed. No. Oh my God, I'll just let go of the whole system in my vibrational body. This is what we call free falling. Okay. And so it can come to you now. Let's turn on the mics and hear what people want. Look at you, Kasia. I love you, sister. Thank you for coming today. I'm so grateful, so grateful, so grateful. I love every single one of you.
You are inspiring me every day, my friend. I'm going to take advantage of this that I turn on my mic first, even I was so late today. I apologize. I'm going to watch you on the replay.
It is a good one to watch on a replay.
And And, you know, you inspired me today to buy a crown because, you know, I already have this, but just imagine to have a crown here also.
Nothing like the crown. Isn't it funny? You know, the whole thing about crowns and that, we get symbology and we go, yes, and I'm adding this symbol and I'm becoming this and I'm becoming that. Still mental constructs. Okay, so we add and then we tickle it a little bit and fancy it up, and we create just another language that's still outside of our sovereignty. This is sovereignty, to take your position as a creator and then create the worlds that we're all wanting to see. Okay, new and wonderful worlds, ones of peace and harmony, where tribes come together and just love each other. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, that's what Christ consciousness is all about.
You know, every creation starts from the spark of the idea. And sparks of the idea, sometimes they might be silly, like my thing on my forehead. But then they can be twisted and turn with the magic finger into something big.
And
so
that's
Leonardo da Vinci or somebody else created something big, like you did, you created big thing with your program. And I'm sure that it started from the spark of maybe silly idea.
It's silly, all right.
I mean, silly as small or as innocent.
I know, as a seed. It starts off as a seed, a vision. We start seeing things. Trust your own wisdom. Trust your own reason for being here. Okay, trust yourself as a creator. Then you'll become the creator. And then as a creator, you will create. Okay, that's how it works. So first become the creator, and that means you've got to own your vibrational output. And then you've got to know how anything will come to you beyond the limitations that you as the creator frame for your world. What do you believe? That's an important question, okay? Get rid of it all. Seriously, you don't want to believe anything. Every belief construct has judgments and opinions based in it. You're cursing yourself and others. Get rid of all of that. It's just nonsense. Duality is nonsense, okay? The game is nonsense. Don't feed it. Don't give it anything. Become the creator and create new worlds, because your board of directors just wants to breathe life into that next space and the next space. And Gaia is rising. We're coming back into the Galactic Federation of Light. We're coming back into understanding that we are galactic beings, that we've never left home. Essentially, it's been a fantastic journey. What an adventure. But let's bring everyone through. Okay, if we're judging portions of humanity, we're not going to bring them through with us. I want everyone returned. Okay, what are we creating? What are we creating? I really challenged that. Okay, so create only wholeness, see only wholeness. When you're in wholeness yourself, you are an open, sacred space. You are a light vessel with your heart center fully open. And I can promise you that as you delve more into your divine feminine, she's not just this goddess walking around that you go, and I want this and I want that. She will bring strategy to you. Ask for it and you shall receive. You'll get the wisdom, the knowledge. You'll get your own principles coming through that, oh my God, just wipe out the nonsense vibration that's been going on in your light body. Okay, you will be set free of it. The divine masculine, go deep into your divine masculine. Okay, he's not just your genie that is your doing power. Okay, he's incredible power that you can trust and project and know that he's going to just come in and do those things. And the divine inner child is not this skipping, dancing child. Okay, like, oh, how cute's that? Yes, he's free. Whee. Okay, no, you're not that either. You're not just one of each of your triune being. You are all three. And when you actually go deep into your divine inner child, ask your divine inner child, what do you do? And that is the gatherer of everything that you put onto your quantum field, into your lived reality that you experience. That's what the divine inner child does. Okay. And so when I'm working with people, I actually can see where they are. What are they favoring? What are they avoiding? Okay. Maybe they don't like so much the feminine because it's been of hurtful experience to them, or the masculine, I can't go there, no, okay, because I'm afraid, and then I just live out the child, and then I'm just annoying, okay. So it's like when you're coming into the magnificence of your triune being, oh, you grow and expand, and grace comes in, and the power to do comes in, and the lived experience comes in, and you're just in that divine isness of being as a conscious creator. And by the law of acquisition, you are the victor that has the gates open before them. You decree, and it comes not through creation streams, okay, not through those little ways of creating as a 3% creator. You can be a 3% creator. That's what created all of this mess in Pisces. Okay, you need to be 100 and let's go 333%, because that's my favorite number. Yesterday it was hilarious. I took little Violet Crumble, my granddaughter, to ballet yesterday morning, my granddaughter. And on the way, I saw 4 lots of 333 on number plates. That's just outstandingly ridiculous. It's like, how is that possible where I live, okay, to have 333 written all over the place with a great big yes? And one of the number plates had yes. And I'm going, what? Like this. We are moving into ascension. We are ascending, but the ascension is in consciousness. Okay. All right. So remember, you're always moving forward. You're always going to be leaving something behind. You're always going to be growing into something next and next and next, because the truth is that first principle that came out, I'm currently living all that I am a vibrational match to, is essentially about expanding. I'm just becoming this now, and then I'm this now. I remember my ex-husband used to say to me, but we used to believe that. Okay, God, that was like 20 years before. It's like I'm not even the same person. Yeah, we used to believe this. That's why we're no longer together, because he doesn't believe in growth. It's like it was just a bit of a pseudo, you believe this, so I believe this, you know. It's not, we've got to gain it for ourselves. It's got to be in ourselves, okay, that we become conscious. So ask yourself the question. That is the most potent question. I want you to think about it until you arrive at the place. Who decided that you could not be blessed? Who decided that you can't be blessed? You did. And by the law of acquisition, it is so. Hey, David, I'll talk to you in a minute. And by the law of acquisition, it is so. Who decided that you could not be blessed? That you cannot receive 360 degrees from every angle, like a magnet, that it comes to you as I thought it came, as it thought it came. Wow, it didn't have to come from that creation stream. It just comes because I thought it. This is the law of acquisition. This is who you truly are. 111. 111 is grace Elohim. It's the highest form. It's where those that are utilized, I can't even utter what goes on. Honestly, we just get these numbers and symbols now. This is saying, raise it to the greater, give it to your board of directors. This, isn't that beautiful? 111 is that moment where you are giving the quantum field a snapshot of where you want to be next in expansion. So that's why we say things like God's will be done. Okay, because we want God's will to happen, sovereign will to happen, divine will to happen, rather than what our little pointy cells will create. Isn't that cool? So that's what's happening every time you have 111 come in. All right, so I'm going to sign off. This is my last law of acquisition on this platform, but this teaching will remain immortalized. It's always going to be around. I'm always going to have it there. And you've got to know that even though I've been teaching from this level to bring people through into here, okay, that understanding the law of acquisition is always going to be what you are participating in. So you are always moving into expansion by the law of acquisition. So it is. By your law of acquisition, so it is. And that's why it's better to have no laws whatsoever, no creation strapping, no creation streaming, so that you can just become that fridge with all the magnets, or just the magnet that I thought, and so it is, because you're a telepathic sovereign being. You are a creator. Okay, so who decided that you couldn't be blessed? Oh, that was me as a creator. Right, I'm changing my mind, people. That's what I'm doing. So I'm going to sign off, turn off the recording. Love you. Diamond blessings to everyone, and everyone on the recording, okay, and the replays, okay, to come into the diamond energy, fill up, because there's an impartation in every single one of these, every single time, played over and over, and you will have the diamond energy just being imparted until you get it for yourself. Okay, you know where to find me.